As of late, it seems like the bar for basketball sneakers has been getting higher and higher and higher. I mean, all these different brands out here creating these amazing sneakers, whether it be your big brands out there that you always know, or these new brands coming in, really creating this amazing competition between everybody. But the big thing now seems like crossover appeal has become a little bit more important again. Now, the sneaker I'm looking at today, I think, does both performance and crossover. So today, we're checking out the Anta Kai 1 Speed Twin Flame. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we're back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate you guys for coming back for another video. All the support, guys, all the interactions, that has been amazing. Thank you so much. Because without you guys, the channel would not be growing as much as it has. I mean, heck, we're almost done with 2024, and we're this close to 5,000 subscribers, guys. Just a couple hundred away, and we're gonna hit that mark, and I know we're just gonna keep growing from there. So I really do appreciate you guys really just being a part of this journey I've been on, for lack of better words. But let's get right into the shoe, because this sneaker is a signature from one of my favorite athletes. You know, from now, back when he was in his old brand, I loved his shoes. I played in a bunch of his older shoes, so it's time to try to get the new pair because he has transitioned to another brand. And if you guys haven't figured out who we're talking about, or maybe you didn't see the intro, we're talking about Kyrie Irving and his Anta Kai 1 Speed. Now, this is the second version of his new signature series with Anta. I actually, you know, as we get started, I think I like this one better. Now, not in the sense of, oh, this one, like 100%, oh, this one just looks better, the other one's ugly. I think they're both great looking sneakers. But as I talked about in the intro, crossover appeal, I feel like this one has some pretty solid crossover appeal. It takes that strap away, a little bit sleeker, a little bit easier to wear with maybe sweats or shorts, whatever it may be, or cargos, you name it. But I think this sneaker has a great appeal to more than just a basketball player, and that's why I picked it up. I wanted to see, how's it look on foot, can I wear it out and about, and so far it's been great. I haven't played in them yet, but I have worn them casually, and I do like what I see so far. Now, I picked up this particular colorway, the Twin Flame, because I love the story on this one. Now, this is gonna really be about the unity between his parents. Dredrick is his whole name. I think Dred is what they call him for short. We'll talk about that because it's on the box. And then Elizabeth, his mother, who passed away. But it's really just an homage to them, and of course to her as well. And I love that because, you know, it's something that when I looked at this story, I thought about my own parents. And then also I thought about myself and my wife and our kids, hopefully how, you know, we're becoming those, you know, giving those messages to our kids, becoming those pillars and those people for our kids, of course, to look up to. I hope that all made sense, but you guys get where I'm coming from, right? But it's really like that. It really is a story I think that touches home to a lot of people. And I putting that on a sneaker, I think that's awesome. Really celebrating your loved ones, of course your parents, more specifically on a sneaker, is really cool. And if I ever got the chance to do that, I would love to celebrate my family on a sneaker. So I think that's just, again, just a really awesome way to come in when you're making a shoe, really paying homage to the people who got you to where you are. Now, again, this is the Twin Flame colorway, and so first thing we're gonna see as we look at this shoe, it is gonna be a base of purple, so that's kind of, it's a lot of things going on here, so I want to start, the base color is gonna be purple, and that purple signifies the unity behind his parents, just the things they've done as a unit. That's how it was worded. It is just kind of the things they've accomplished as a unit. That's the reason that purple was used there. And I love that on top of this purple, and again, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say Kyrie's mom was some form of Native American heritage, and of course, which means he would be as well. And that's why we get this really cool Native American style embroidery on the top. It's just really, I don't know if you want to call it like this. It's like a mesh underlay that's backed, but it has this really cool embroidery look. Almost looks like, I guess it'd be signifying maybe fire, because it's a twin flame. So you have this kind of representation of fire. You have the orange kind of jagged edges that you look like you would, you know, can associate with fire or flame. So I do like that. You're gonna have a mixture of colors here from, of course, the base layer of the purple. You're gonna have the orange. You're gonna have some blues, some blacks in there as well. Looks like maybe a little bit of a lavender or pink in there. If you get closer, you have like these arrows embroidered as well. So it's a really cool design, and I like how, again, he stays really true to his heritage with his sneaker designs. Now, on top of that, you're gonna see a really thin layer of this TPU fuse right across the toe. Wow, I can't talk today, guys. And it seems thicker than other fuses I've felt on shoes. It has this really kind of hefty fuse they put on there. So with that being a high wear area, I feel really comfortable knowing if I did play in these, I'm not ripping through that nice embroidery anytime soon, and I do like that they went really heavy duty on that. Now as we move up to the eyelet area, you're going to have this, really eyelets are done in this, it's synthetic, there's no real leather in the shoe, but they did give it a facade, a look of real leather, but it's going to be this purple synthetic that's going to be the enclosure for the eyelets. That is going to have your twin flame, so you have your orange flame here, you're going to have your kind of a lighter purple flame here as well going up the sides of the eyelet area. You're gonna have on the right shoe here, they kind of use their, it looks like the inspiration from hieroglyphics is gonna have Dred's name, his dad's name, and if you pull up the left shoe, you'll see you'll have his mom's name, Liz. So I don't know if you guys get a good look. Of course I got B-roll for you. But you're gonna have both their names there on each shoe. Now, the laces are going to be this flat lace that is gonna be done up in a purple and kind of this orangish pink color, if you guys can see that. Of course, I got B-roll for you, don't worry. Get better looks. And it's gonna sit right on top of this open cell mesh tongue that is gonna have this ribbon going across, of course, to stabilize the tongue, making sure when you're playing it's not going side to side on you, but you guys can get a good look at that as well. Now, the top of the tongue itself, it is going to be kind of the neoprene finish looks like. It's going to have Kyrie's logo, and it's going to have that gradient purple going into orange here. Now, okay, you guys are thinking I'm crazy. Now, I'm going to open the shoe up a little bit so you can see the tongue. This tongue, very comfortable by the way when I put it on. It sits on your foot really nicely. It is that neoprene, but it's like, it's really plush. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word for you guys. Really plush, sits on your tongue, sits on your ankle nicely, and it's not in the way at all. So that was kind of what I was afraid of, looking at how big the tongue was when I first opened the shoe. Like, man, this is going to be in the way. It wasn't. But if you guys look at this tongue, doesn't it remind you of the Jordan 5 tongue, how big that is? Yeah, I don't know, just the shape and everything reminded me of the Jordan 5. Maybe I'm alone on that, but it really did remind me of that. And I was like, man, could it have been inspiration? Maybe it's just a happy accident, who knows? But it just reminded me of it, just the cut and the shape, and of course how big the tongue was itself. But you guys let me know on that one. Now on the type of the eyelets, you're gonna have a couple metal eyelets, again making sure you can pull them tight. You're gonna have a pink one, you're gonna have a black one, and it's just gonna say Anta basketball around, nothing really to write home about. You're gonna have those right there. Now as we get to, we got a couple different things going on. Got to the lateral side of the shoe, I told you there's a lot we're gonna see in the sneaker. You're gonna have the gold Anta branding there. I love how they made sure it really flowed with the sneaker, so that's really nice. It's not just this slap on his logo that's gonna really just mess up the design of the sneaker. They made it really where it flows, where it's a part of the design, so I like how they did that there. Now, as we get to the TPU cage around the lateral side of the shoe, making sure you stay contained, is gonna have this gradient from purple to pink, and it's gonna have a solid orange at the back. And this is supposed to represent the two journeys of both Kyrie's parents coming together, and the gradient to one right here. So them coming together as one unit there. That's where you get the orange from the purple and pink, which is again a cool little story, little tidbit there. Now you're also gonna have again more of that purple synthetic paneling going across the heel. It is going to give you this, again, a little bit more of a different design, a little layering. I like that. Again, it's not the most premium materials, but I do like the differences they're put on, making sure you get these, again, this effect, this depth effect, which again, I love that on sneakers. Now you're gonna have the gold hits here, and not the Kyrie branding on one side, on the lateral side. You're gonna have the Anta branding on the medial side, and done in gold. That is supposed to be really the loving foundation that his parents had set up for him. So that's what the gold represents, and again, I love that. I love that, just again, that representation, that honoring his parents with that is really cool. Now, as we get over to the back, of course, you're gonna have your heel tab here done up in purple. That's gonna sit on top of this really kind of mesh finish around, really open cell mesh finish around the ankle collar. See, here's a little lighter than the purple we're getting on the synthetic material. And inside of the shoe, I love these little pillows in basketball sneakers. This little, you see these are little Achilles pillows you're getting here? Just like a little bit of extra lockdown, but also more or less more comfort than anything else. So making sure that you're not rubbing up against things, making sure you're really sucked into the back of that shoe. I really do like that a lot because it just adds a little bit of extra support and just, again, comfort to the sneaker as a whole. Inside, you're going to have your insoles, which, there we go, actually. Oh, look at that. That was easier than what normally happens here. And I still got a sticker record cloth. It's gonna have your normal insoles here. Nothing really to really say about these, just foam insoles. I have no idea what it says. I've been trying to look at that. You guys let me know if you know exactly what this says, but it does have the flames inside, and of course the Kyrie logo in there. I know real like basketball players out there are probably going to switch these bad boys out to something a little bit better, but again, for me just walking around, I haven't had any issues with them so far. They serve their purpose, but I know in a competitive setting, you may want to go ahead and switch those out. Now, as we start making our way down to the outsole area, you'll see that the outsole actually wraps up on the midsole. So you'll see it starts to, on the toe on the medial side, so wraps. We're gonna have a little bit of a drop here where the TPU containment is, but right back up to the heel, you're gonna have more of that outsole that is wrapped up with Kyrie's mom's name there, and then you have the Roman numerals, looks like 8 and 13. I don't know, maybe that's her birthday possibly. You guys let me know what that Roman numeral means, because I didn't look it up. I looked up everything else, but I forgot to look up that number. But also on top of that, you have a couple of hieroglyphic symbols, and 11. I had no idea what it meant, and then I looked at the box. So you're gonna have the first one here meaning, was it strength? Next one, agility. You're gonna have focus, speed, or well, I guess the speed is the 11 because Kyrie's fast, and then focus is the I, so you have all those here. And it's gonna sit right around our midsole. That is gonna be this nitrogen-based foam, very soft, but I guess not too soft. I hate when I do this because I end up like contradicting myself. It's soft, you guys can see that, right? It does have a spongy finish to it, very responsive, but it is not too soft where you're sinking. There we go, I think I said it right. It has a proper amount of softness to it, so that way you're getting that performance from the shoe itself. Now, you'll see as we get to the medial side, that foam is gonna be sitting right on top of you're gonna have our torsion plate here. You're gonna have it right here, and it says Kyrie, and it's kind of hieroglyphic looking letters there. And then you're also gonna have your, well, not your carbon plate, but you're gonna have a plastic plate right inside as well, which is gonna be cut out. You can see more of that foam that is gonna be exposed there. And you're gonna have more of course, the outsole here, which has a lot of different traction patterns going on. So you have, of course, your herringbone in more traditional fashion in this pink pod, a little bit more exposed foam. You have this very, almost like tribal pattern look for the rest of the outsole. So, I mean, it looks like it'll catch on. It looks like there's a few different kind of herringbone-esque type patterns in it. So it seems like it'll catch pretty well. And of course, you have the Kyrie branding right here in the back in purple. But overall, man, I really like this shoe. And before we get into the sizing, I again want to show you guys the box. I love, again, they did the box very well. Has the Kyrie logo, again, more of a tribal print on it here. You're gonna have Kyrie's signature and that silver foil we've been seeing. And like, this was where I got all the information for those different hieroglyphics right here. They actually put them on the box, thank goodness, so I didn't have to guess. You're gonna have some, of course, looks like you're gonna have your Chinese script right here as well, because Anta is a Chinese brand. You have an Anta branding up here. And if you guys didn't know, this particular colorway was designed by Kyrie's dad, and it's gonna have the Kyrie Irving edition right here. And it also says, mastering your craft is a journey. So there you go. I really like that. I like what we got going on there. Even the paper has some designs on it as well, if you guys want to know that. Definitely have some designs there. But if you guys want to know about sizing, which I feel like you probably care about that more than the box, we'll talk about it. I got a size 10 in these, and they fit true to size. And again, they're a performance basketball sneaker, so they're going to be a little snug, require a little more break-in time. But to me, they fit similar to something like a Kobe 8, maybe Kobe 6. But that's how if you haven't tried on a pair, that's how I would associate the sizing if you need to order a pair, if you couldn't try them on. Now, we'll say, I got these from Foot Locker. I didn't get them from the Foot Locker like in the store, which I'm sure I could have. I got these on Foot Locker's website. So I'm making an assumption, if you walk into a Foot Locker near you that maybe has a good basketball selection, you might be able to try these on before you actually buy them. So try that if you're just not comfortable about buying it. I know this is a different brand that most people don't buy a ton of. So try it out. I think this shoe is doing a heck of a job. I hope to see more of it pushed in the States because, again, with more brands out there pushing the competition, everyone's going to get better products. So I think this is definitely one of the better basketball shoes that have released. I mean, people have seemed to really love the first pair. And I think I actually like this one a little bit better. Not for looks-wise, I think they both look equally great. But because I want to wear these casually, without the strap, I think it makes them a little easier to wear in a casual fashion. But you guys let me know. Again, this is one of my favorite basketball shoes to come out this year, and definitely, I think the first Kyrie, and I know we're gonna, get some flack probably for saying this, but I think the first one with the strap, as it's been so popular, I think it deserves to be in that top 10, top 15 list of the year, because of the popularity. And again, it was something people were just buying up quickly because it actually promoted some kind of interest. So definitely let me know what you guys think on that as well. But I'll leave a link to where I got these from at Foot Locker. I think there's 2 colorways, maybe 3 available now on Foot Locker's website. But let me know down below, do you like them? Do you not like them? Have you tried them? Are these interesting to you? Are you happy to see basketball shoes becoming a little bit more casual wears again? Let me know down below. Until next time, see ya.